It is time to cook, chat, and by cook I mean pray and hope that this helps Yoimiya in some way, shape, or form. So, Ineffa is actually really weirdly good for Yoimiya, on paper at least. On paper, it seems like she's giving interruption resistance, she's giving off-field damage, and, you know, the off-field damage is probably going to be about as much as Yoimiya does. But, you know, we're going to be fine with it. I'll be testing out two variants here, one with Shieldon, one without Shieldon, using Bennett. Honestly, you know, it doesn't really matter which version we use because I really, I'm not so confident that it is going to be that good. So let's go ahead here, do all this stuff, and let's see what kind of damage we can get Yoimiya to be doing here. 67, 82. All right, I'll take that. Now, she is kind of fumbling, right? If we're being entirely honest, kind of being a bit of a fumble. But hey, I mean, wasn't like a huge fumble. Like, it wasn't bad. She did okay. She did damage, right? She did about probably, I would say, you know, close to 2 million damage. You know, probably. I don't know, but probably. She probably did 2 million damage. Not actually 2 million, just around 2 million. I don't believe that she did over 2 mil. So yeah, that was all right. We saw her do 82,000. Cool, right? This is, you know, her current build. I'll go ahead. Here's 77 to 20. It's not a bad build. I wish I had more crit rate. But I mean, we saw a big issue that I have with Yoimiya, and that's if you're fighting a small enemy, this team actively, like, hates you because it just pushes the enemy away constantly. However, we are definitely in a boss meta, as, you know, Stygian seems to be purely boss-oriented, so I am not worried about that in the slightest. It's weird. I feel like we should have gotten a new artifact set for Yoimiya by now. Like, you would think we would have gotten a new artifact set for Yoimiya by now, but from what I know, we haven't. It's been, very sad days. We have not actually gotten a new artifact set for Yoimiya. However, we're going to look at this now. It doesn't have the charge attack issue that I, didn't, talk about, but there is a charge attack issue with this team. If you use the shield variant, you have to charge attack. But then there is also this issue now. And it's for about the same damage. Yeah, 88,000. So we are doing more damage, but not a significant amount more, and you're forced to be in that ring, which we literally just saw him get pushed out of range for Yoimiya. Like, Yoimiya, her range, it's like, it's this much, right? He got pushed all the way over here, and Yoimiya was not really able to target him well. So that's one thing. If Abyss, wanted to reset faster, I could test it, but I can't. So the best way to test it, would it genuinely be to just go do a world boss? Because, I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think Yoimiya is gonna, completely destroy world bosses like good characters do. So let's go ahead and let's get some energy up, and then I'll, show off on this boss. Yeah, when you're a good character, testing against this guy just isn't an option. This guy doesn't have extra Pyro-Res, does he? Nah, would he? He would never. Why would he? Nah. I realized I was making a mistake here. I technically should be using Ineffa first because Ineffa is a longer duration. So technically, this is how the rotation should go. Honestly, you should put Yale on first here too. Yeah, so you should have a longer duration here, and I mean, we can see, I mean, yeah, nah, world bosses are just too weak. So, I mean, hey, it's working. We're just sitting here, and he's going and going and going. I don't know how much health he has. I'm assuming he has over 1 million. He would have to have over 1 million. I believe at this point in the game, I hope that he has over 1 million, because I think it's a little too broken if he doesn't. And that's a little more sad if he doesn't, especially because Yoimiya didn't kill him. But yeah. I think this is genuinely a good idea. Like, this is genuinely a good team, because it's not like I'm sitting here and I can just be like, well, what if you just add facial? It's not like that, because, Ineffa is providing something Yoimiya desperately wants, and that is interruption resistance with her shield. Ineffa's shield, shield damage absorption, 400% of her attack, plus 3,000. That leads us to have, 8,000 there. And then 3,000. So 11,000 health shield. That's not a bad level of health, and that's assuming that it doesn't have any extra damage absorption, which electro damage absorption, sure, but I mean, I'm sure there might be some other ways. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to her shield, because to be fair, this is one of the only instances it matters now, because most good characters do have good interruption resistance built into their kit, or their supports are already providing good interruption resistance. Like, if we go ahead and we look at, Arlecchino, her C1, which I recommend to get get over her weapon, right, it does just give her infinite interruption resistance, and the same with Nevi. And that's the number one reason I recommend people get Nevi C1 is because it gives you interruption resistance, and Nevi does 3 charge attacks, and if you get interrupted by one of those at the very beginning of it, which is not uncommon, it is immediately like a 33% damage loss, and that's assuming you get interrupted at the end or something, right, where your damage is already petered off because your damage bonuses don't really do much. You know, your damage bonuses have started falling off of him, and he's not really buffed up too much. However, you know, if you do it at the beginning, you're going to lose a lot of front-loaded damage, because Nevi does have a bit of front-loaded. It's not nearly as much as a character like Mavuika, but he does have a bit of it, because his buffs do wear off, and then generally, you know, his last charge attack is definitely his weakest. Typically, good characters do have some level of, like, really good interruption resistance, whether it be from just their gameplay mechanics or just having interruption resistance built into their kit. Yoimiya doesn't have that at all. Her gameplay mechanic is, I want to sit still as much as possible, and she doesn't give herself interruption resistance to make that a serious reality, so she needs a shield that will take the hit for her and not interrupt her. If you interrupt her combo string here, this is a lot of damage loss, basically, is how it goes. If you dodge once, you end up, you know, vaping on the wrong hits now, and then it's a whole issue that Yoimiya has, and it's just something that overall I wouldn't, you know, recommend. So yeah, I think this team is all right. I mean, I don't really see like this being, you know, obviously super meta or anything, but I do think, like, is this the best Yoimiya team now? I don't know, because, like, if you want to use Yoimiya is very effective here. She's getting buffed by Yelan, she's getting buffed by Bennett, and then Ineffa here is doing off-field damage. Who else, like, what else is the team that you're going to run? Like, what else? Like, there is a situation where you can use Silali, but I've found that Silali isn't that great for Yoimiya. I just really don't, it's not like, you know, I don't know. When I tried to use Silali with Yoimiya, it didn't really go well. I don't know what kind of combo you have to do, but it is also a situation of, unlike Arlecchino and, you know, Mavuika, you can kind of cancel your combination, and you can also see the animations a lot better. So if you end up doing an extra hit over and you mess with Silali's melts, it's a lot easier to do that on Yoimiya than one of those characters, right? I think that this probably is her best in slot team. I don't think that, because, like, Ineffa's doing more damage than Fiorina, and, you know, sad as it is to say, 100% damage bonus for Yoimiya is probably worse than whatever Ineffa can give. It sucks, but it's probably true. It's sad, but it's true. And then, you know, you could run, I don't know. Well, you could, you don't want to move, though. I was going to say you could run Eonson, but no. You could also run Overload. Yeah, Overload is an option. I don't know necessarily how well that works, but there is an Electro Shielder, right? I think I remember there being an Electro Shielder. Yeah, I wonder why an Electro Shielder was on my mind. Yeah. There is no other Electro Shielder. Right? There isn't. I'm pretty sure there's not. No, it's just an F. Right. Okay, good. We should have another Shielder. Pyro, like Toma. Yeah, you can run Toma. For Yoimiya, you can run Toma. The only thing, though, is if you run Toma, then you're running Chevy, and you would really like to run Bennett. And that's going to be a full Pyro team, and that's not going to be Overload. So you do need someone to apply Electro off field, which would probably be Fischl. If you want to have, like, a good Overload team, you have to have no interruption resistance. Unless you use an Ineffa, I guess you could. Let's come over here and actually test that, because, I mean, hey, she doesn't have interruption resistance easily accessible on her teams. I mean, that is one thing. Ineffa is providing that, and that is a huge thing for Yoimiya. And honestly, this character, I feel like I might make a video of my own talking about Genshin buffing characters, because I do think that now is the time for them to start doing that. Because I do think that it is the time for them to start doing that with these characters, because I really... Oh, that's a mistake. Whatever. We'll just use it. We'll use it and see what kind of damage we get. It's only a bit of attack. Oh, okay. 50,000, huh? Oh... Yeah, sorry to say, but, like, the other team was just, like, 10 times better. Let me restart that, because I think we might have gotten some issues there. Let me just restart that. We'll do it properly. I'll hold my E-skill. We'll see how this goes. I'm interested, because we did 50,000 on the wrong hit there, so let me go ahead, Q, yes, and E-skill, yep, okay, now we're cooking. Okay, hold it. And 48,000, 63,000. All right. So, yeah, we did take one hit there, which is not even close to what she is doing, only like 20,000 lower. But the issue is that's 20,000 lower, and she's losing all of her electrocharge buffs. Yeah, the electrocharge team is just 10 times better because the electrocharge team now has interruption resistance, which I think, yeah, if I were to say like Yoimiya's best in slot team, unless I'm completely missing something, right? Again, I've already discussed I don't like Lolly because I feel like Lolly is a character who isn't really like. There is double cryo possibilities. Like, let me go ahead and try quickly double cryo with Miss Coffee and Lolly, because those characters, together, those characters should work out decent. All right, so let's go ahead and try this again. We do have Lolly doing actually nothing here. She should probably be second character that we use, but Yoimiya has such a long duration. Yeah, we can't do that. All right. Is it too much pyro still? Dang. Dang, you have two characters actively. Oh my, man. All right. I mean, I guess that sort of solves the thing. Like there are probably combos with Yoimiya, but again, you do one click. You can't reverse it at all, right? If you do like, oh, Arlecchino, oh, no, I didn't want to actually hit that, right? You can sort of do that in some instances where, you know, oh, we gotta, you know, oh, 1, 2, 3. Like, the animations are a lot easier to, you know, recognize. Whereas if you're doing this and you have a load of buffs active, it's just so fast, right? And it's so easy to miss her animations because she's gonna be so small on the screen compared to all the effects going on around her because she's a small character model. It's a little tough, right? So whether it be Melt, I do think that I like her Electrocharge team better overall, though. I do like, well, I say Electrocharge, it's Overvape. I do like this team overall better. I do, like, you can do Bennett, you can do Shieldon, whichever one you want. I feel like Ineffa does a very good job at still being built. Because, like, the issue with Lolly on that team right now is I just don't have the Elemental Master, which is fixable. It is fixable. She gets damage bonus on top of that. But, again, if you lose the melts, you're losing the entire reason to run, you know, that team over this team, right? This team, you get the Vapes easily. You get the damage from off-field Ineffa. It's just really good. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.